I made this. I made this awesome winter train in Minecraft. And how did I do this? Well, let me show you. Welcome to a new video. My name is Ross and today we are going to build a very cool train as you saw in the intro. But right now I haven't built it yet. Now today we are going to build a train that actually drives through winterlands. And the picture that I have on my other screen is a train that is, I think, in Switzerland. At least I think it is, and I will try to replicate it a little bit. I'm not gonna make it exactly the same. Over here I have a very nice place where we can build this train in this amazing winter world. And yeah, it looks kind of a little bit weird with this big block of dirt, but yeah, we have a flat area now, and here we are going to build the train. Also, we are on the new mod pack, the mod pack for our Createaholics Season 2, and we have so many cool mods. Completely new, all kinds of new mods, all kinds of updated mods as well. It's really cool. If you're interested in this mod pack, then the link is down in the description. You can find it there. Anyway, with this mod pack, we also have, if we click this, it's a little wonky, the first one. But if I shift right click, we have the blocks and bogies mod as well. And with this, we can actually make the train look a lot better. Anyway, let's start. So, of course, we need the first bogie. And the first bogie will be a 1 axle, and I think we will put it on just a standard bogie, just 1 axle, and then we put an offset on that. We switch it to the other side. So the first wheel will be this, and the next one we will actually make it of course, a driver. I think we'll have 5 wheels, and then we take the short pistons on the front and not the long version. I think something like that. Maybe the extra large. Yes, that might be better. That might be cooler. So the extra large, we have 5 axles, and then we have an offset one in the front. And that's basically all the bogies that we're going to use. So we have a mod called Pretty and Pink. This one, Pretty and Pink. And it has a lot of boilers and in different colors. So that's really cool. Now the real train is black and with a bit of red. But what if we invert that? I think this color is pretty cool. This is the maroon color. I think the other one, if we use the red one, is a little too light. It's like a small difference, but I do like this one a little bit more. So we're gonna use the maroon color. Let's first see where the boilers will be. And I think we'll just go up by another block, because if we do it over here, no, that doesn't look good. So we are gonna put them over here. And the question is how long? If I look at the image, the boiler actually stops at this wheel over here, and it goes pretty far back, but there will be a cabin over here somewhere. So we have to make or think about that as well. Maybe one more over here, and then let's see, till here, I think. So that will be the boiler. It will be pretty long, but that looks pretty good. Now I think we are just gonna start with the front, because that makes it a little easier to figure out what the dimensions on everything is. And it actually has a very stubby nose. Normally it has like a huge cow catcher on the front, but it actually has like a very small like shovel or whatever that pushes the snow off the track. And a little tip, if you want to build in front of your train and you want to use this block space, because you cannot really build over here, as you can see, you can just break these tracks over here and build down here. And then when you glue the whole train and you actually make it into an entity, like assemble the train, you can just replace the tracks again and it's all fine. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna use these copycat half layers, because if you look at this half layer is just above the track, as you can see, just above it, like maybe with like 2 or 3 pixels. So that's absolutely perfect, and we're gonna try to use that over here to make that like a shovel. So let me see if I can create some really cool little design for that. And look at that. So we have the bottom part of the front of the nose of the train, and it looks pretty good. I had a pretty hard time with actually just designing it to begin with, but it kind of looks alright. It's not the best, but it looks kind of interesting, I would say. And it also has this stubby nose, which it actually has in the real life. And I inverted the colors as well. So now, instead of that this part is red, is now black. And the piston, or the housing of the piston, is now red instead of black. So next step would be the side profile. Right now we have just a floating boiler, but the red color should go like this, and then it drops down over here and goes to the back, where we have the cabin. So over here we have all the maroon color from Pretty in Pink. So that's the color that we're going for. I have to figure out what I'm gonna use for the sides, because I don't like a texture that is repetitive. Like for example with this block, it looks like it connects, but as you can clearly see, you have different blocks and it is not really a connecting texture. So that's the downside. So I think I will use these copycat blocks because they are basically the right fit. When we place them like this, we can also place them below it and then make any size that we want. And actually in the real train, it actually does stick out a little and it goes halfway the boiler. So let's maybe start with this height, and it goes all the way down with like a little slither of room between the piston and this block basically. And I think that's actually pretty good already. And then this will be red, and maybe not this block, but because as you can see it's very repetitive in color, so maybe we're gonna use something else. So after the third wheel, it actually goes down. And for that, we can, I think, just place a block. And then the cabin will start somewhere over there. Also, on the front, this train has some weird kind of block on top of it. So maybe not this, but look at that. That looks actually pretty good. So only now a different hole. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. That actually looks alright, so I guess we fixed that problem then. So the nose is almost complete. Let's now actually focus on the side of the train and of course the cabin behind me. And would you look at that? It is done. The front is done and this thing looks awesome. I never make these kind of trains, so I'm actually really proud on how this one turned out. So let's check it out for a second. So basically the whole engine is now completely done. And I used a lot of different little blocks to make this look the way it is. I'm also really happy that I made it red and I switched the colors because it just looks so much better. So before we are going to work on the carriages, let me show you what kind of weird blocks I'm using. For example, with this one, it's a copycat bite. So these are these little blocks, as you can see, and I use this blackstone lamp in it, and that gives this little light. So that works really well. This part is an exporter from refined storage, as you can see on the top of the screen. Right here we have a stair. Then we have this weird thing, and this is actually a copycat block. This is a fluid pipe. So inside this fluid pipe I use one of these stairs, and if you do that you can play around with them and you can get these weird designs from them. And I basically did that over here and also up here as well. These are copycat slices instead of the pipes. Over here we have statues, the trophies. So also in this one it's in a copycat block, but these kind of trophies, I didn't know that. I just tested it, but you can actually put these trophies in a copycat block. So if we have a copycat over here, I can just place it in here and look at that. That gives a really weird effect. But yeah, you can make like really weird small little contraption or machinery kind of looking block. So I use it up here, and also down here, right here, is also a statue in a copycat block. So I also added some Christmas decoration to make the train a little bit more, give it a little bit more shine and design, and also it fills in this place really nicely, and it fits with the whole theme, right? It looks really cool. We have some lights in here. We have a good control panel and everything. We have a nice big sofa or seat, and that is really cool. Anyway, that is actually the whole engine done, and that looks absolutely awesome. And at night, it looks like this. Look at that. That's so cool. And without shaders, it looks like this. And I must say, even without shaders, this train looks actually really, really good. And for the people that want to know, I used a complementary unbound shader. Anyway, engine done. And now we are going to work on the carriages. I'm not going to use designs that I found online, because this engine has been used in different occasions with different carriages. So there is no like real carriage that is part of this train. So I'm going to just create some of my own. And that should be pretty easy. So first we are going to make a closed off one, which is probably the one that fuels the engine. And after that we will have some passenger bogies or wagons behind it. Also, with this lighting glitch, I figured out that this is part of flywheel. So to stop this glitch happening, this is the command that you have to put in. It's a part of flywheel. Just flywheel, then back end, then flywheel off. You can choose that, flywheel off, enter, and there you go, it's gone. And there we have another wagon, or the first carriage behind the engine, and it is awesome. I like it. And I did something special. You probably saw it in a time lapse what I was trying to do, but like this is a huge canvas. We can do something really cool with this. So in this pack we have like paintings and graffiti of immersive paintings, and with that we can actually paste any kind of our own image in here. And I have this Coca-Cola logo. Look at that. That's actually really, really cool. This could be a train from one of their Christmas ads, to be honest. That looks so cool. The thing is, I don't know if we can actually do this. I don't know if I will be sued by Coca-Cola if I use their brand on a Minecraft train. So I finished the whole carriage, the first carriage. We have the logo and everything. And yeah, the inside, I didn't do the inside yet. It's just a walkthrough, really. We don't really have that much space to do anything over here anyway. But yeah, looks great. There is only one downside, and that is that sadly this stuff, the glowing graffiti from immersive paintings, do not stick on trains. Basically, I try to drive this thing, glue everything together, but sadly it doesn't stick on the train. So the train will move and this logo will just float in the air and will stay right here in this place. So I try to figure out something that looks a little bit like this, but then differently, that actually works. And I came up with this. So I literally used AI and tried to let AI make like the logo, recreate the logo, kinda like gives a little bit of the same effect, but then with text actually. So we have like 4 rows of text over here, and we use the Unicode kind of blocks and shapes and symbols and characters to kind of recreate the Coca-Cola logo, but then with this. So from a distance, it doesn't look like the Coca-Cola logo. You cannot read it, but I mean, it gives the same effect. When I make it night, it nicely glows, so that's also really cool. Over here, I made the exact same carriage, and I actually did the letters on here. So it looks like this, which looks absolutely awesome. So we are gonna use this way, because this actually works on a train. As you can see, if I assemble it, it still stays there. And I can actually drive it, like if I press F5, you can see that I move around and the text stays right there on the train. So that seems to be working. I really wish we could use this. This it looks so cool, but it doesn't work. Oh well. Well, there is no other way. We cannot do it in any other way. So I will for now just leave the logo on here because it just looks cool. Next wagon though, we have to make some kind of passenger bogie or passenger wagon. So what I'm actually thinking is try to recreate this design and put it right behind it. Probably I will close it off on both ends and just stack it. Basically extend these two walls to the end, and then we will place some windows, give it maybe a different color than only red, and yeah, make the interior as well, of course. So let's do that. There we go, just copied it over. For now, take those lights off. Then we break these two little things, and also basically this wall, because we are not gonna put the door over here. Now also one thing is we have to put the walls outside of this block space. Otherwise we have no path and seating area. So right now these copycat layers are on this block, but we actually should use them on this block right here. So we have to actually put them over here to make it work. And now we have much more space in here because now we can actually place stuff on these two blocks as well. Now the bottom line probably gonna keep it red. But what about the top line? Because I think I want to give it a different color than just red. I have a few blocks. We have this color, which is the birch, which looks pretty okay. But it kind of gives me the vanilla Coca-Cola effect because they use that kind of color as well. So maybe not. Although we will have windows, so it probably looks a little bit better. Dark oak window. I think that's the best one. That looks the best. And I also did it in a layer, so we have a little bit more detail that like popping out a little bit. That looks cool. I mean, darker color looks cool too, but I think a lighter color actually fitted more. I think, honestly, the cardboard was the best choice. I think that actually looks better. It doesn't look like the Coca-Cola vanilla that much as the birch, and it still looks good. I think that's good. Of course, we need a door, which will be over here, I think. There we go. That looks like a door. And a little step. That looks good as well. Only downside, I cannot put any of these lightings on the outside because we are occupying this block space already because of the boards and the layers. So yeah, that's the only downside. But luckily on the inside we have all the space we need. So we can place things on here, we can place things up here. So like for example, if we have those lights, we can put them up here. So that's nice. So we can have a very nice, cozy train interior. Of course, we need a door over here and the other side and some walls. So now it's nicely closed off. I might make it red because right now it looks kind of weird. Yeah, that looks better. And now the interior. And there we have it. It is done. Look at that. That is so incredibly awesome. And the text stays on and everything. It looks so cool. Also at night and everything. I'm so happy how this turned out. And to see this thing gliding through the mountains like this is so cool. I just made a simple trek around this mountain, and yeah, I just love seeing this thing. Look at that. Look at this thing just going through the snow. It's so perfect. I am super proud on how this turned out. It is absolutely amazing. I think this is my best train I've ever built. I do like not really realistic trains, more sci-fi trains, but this thing is also so cool. Also, I didn't know if I mentioned, but the seats that we first had, they cannot be seated in when it is a train. So I had to go back to the create seats. So that's the only downside. But yeah, it still looks really cool. And this will also be the version that will be on Patreon. So with that said, yes, there is a download. There is a schematic download of this train, the exact version that you see behind me. Now, a few things to note. I will try to add all the text in the download as well. The train itself will not come with this, with the text on the sides. Also, right now there's a little issue with the bogies turning the wrong way. So if we disassemble the train, you can see that the bogie turns around and is facing the wrong way, basically. So if you post this train in your world, it could be that these wheels are the wrong way and you just have to fix them or replace them. But that's kind of it. So everything else should be fine. But yeah, there is like a small little issue with the blocks and bogies mod. Maybe it's already fixed. But yeah, as you can see, if I assemble it, it's back to normal. It is on Patreon. For the people that watch on TV, here's a QR code you can scan, and that will lead you right to my Patreon account as well. And of course, the link is down in the description, as well as, of course, the mod pack that can make this train happen. Also, because of the new year, I have a discount running on Patreon. You can get all my schematics and designs with the membership, which is now 20% off by using the code NEWYEAR. It's one word, all capitals, and with that you get access to all of my work, as well as that you get all the designs a little earlier than that the video actually drops. This discount runs for 1 month until February 16th. This mod pack is for our Createaholics Season 2 public server, and if you like, you can join this server as well. Play with friends, use voice chat, create your own base and create your own shops in the designated shopping districts. Use the huge train network that we have, it's all there. So if you like, you can check it out as well. All the links are down in the description. You have to join our Discord server and be whitelisted, and then you can play on our server for free. And that's gonna do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a blast making this train. And with that said, I really want to thank all the Patreon supporters. You guys help me out incredibly much. And of course, same counts for the YouTube members. Thank you so much. And of course, if you're new here, consider to check out the channel and see all the other cool builds that I've made. And who knows, maybe you would like to subscribe, because that helps me out a lot as well. Anyway, thank you all so much, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.